If you've ever worked in a Shopify theme before, you'll know that the theme editor, and especially most themes, are extremely limiting when it comes to their sections. You typically only get around 16 sections out of the box, and the ones that you do get are really limiting when it comes to sizing, spacing, and really anything when it comes to layout. In this video, I'm going to break down a way that you can add more sections to your theme that also provide a little bit more flexibility. So taking a look at Dawn over here, you'll notice that of course, we don't have many settings, and we also can't really adjust much. In Shopify's new theme Horizon, if you want more flexibility out of the gate, I honestly recommend going with that. But if you're stuck with limited settings like so, I want to introduce you to these demo sections that I've built. So we have this main section here called the content section. And this is actually a content section. This is a content section. And this is a content section. And you can actually add these to any theme. And I'm going to show you how to do that just in a second. You'll notice that within each one of the sections, we have a lot more settings than what we're used to. So within the image, we have access to adjusting the border radius and pixels and the widths. Also in each one of the, text blocks, we can adjust, the color of them and also the heading sizes, which is honestly really fantastic. Typically, to achieve something like this, you'd need to pay a lot of money for a developer, which I understand isn't necessarily worth it in most instances. Now, with all that being said, full transparency here, these sections are from my personal app called Flexi Theme Sections, and you can start with the starter plan with the section I just showed you. So on the starter plan, it's completely free, and you can add that content section that I just showed you in this theme over here. You'll notice that these are all actually labeled content sections, and you can install this just in a few clicks in the app. So let's jump into the app so that you can see how you can add the section to your theme. So once you're in the app, you'll actually want to go over and select your theme, whatever live theme you're working on. Typically, I suggest also duplicating your live theme and working on a backup theme, but you could learn more about that in another video. Going down, if we go over to the section here, and you can actually even just search it using the search bar. All you have to search is content. You can actually add this section to your theme. Once this section is added to your theme, you'll want to hop over into your theme customizer by going online store, and then by clicking on the customize button on the theme you want to customize. Once you are in the theme editor, one quick note is you'll have to go over to the left-hand side of the screen here and then turn on these app embeds. So the buttons embed, the theme embed, and also the typography embed. Now, if we go back over to our main sections area and go down, you'll notice by template, we have the ability to add in sections over here. So as I boom my cursor down, I can add plus, and then I'll be able to scroll down and select the content section. Once the content section is added, you'll notice that there's a few different layers to it. There's an outer sections layer, there's a layout layer, and there's a group layer. If I go into the group layer by using this dropdown, I'll be able to, again, hover over here and hit plus, and then add in any of the blocks. Now, as a bit of an intro example, I thought it would be kind of fun to make a page kind of similar to Athletic Greens here. So let's go and do that. Let's first off grab all the text that we need. So I'm just going to copy this over, go back into the theme customizer, and then I'm going to paste this into the heading section. Great. Now you'll notice that does look a little bit large. So I'm actually going to make this a heading 3, and I'm going to center align it. Once it's centered aligned, I want to now remove the description and remove the buttons block, and I want to add in that icon block. So I'll hit plus over here, and I'm going to scroll down until I see icon. Okay, awesome. Now our icon is a little bit too small and it's off to the left. So what we're going to want to do is make it about 38 pixels, let's say, and let's center align it. So I'm going to go to the outermost element, and that's typically how alignment works in Flexi. So we're going to go out of the icon block and into the group block, and we are going to hit center. Once we've done that, we can go now back into the icon block, and we can add in our image. Great, so we got the icon in, and now we just will want to adjust our background color. So if I go over into layout, we just have to go to background color and then drop in the associated color here. And then you'll notice that we just need a little bit more padding. So if we go into the group block, let's add some padding over here. Let's add 20 pixels to each one of the padding areas. Lastly, let's add a background color of white. As we can see here, we actually have a section that is pretty close to what Athletic Greens has. Obviously, we could spend more than just a couple of minutes on sizing and spacing to make it look perfect. But if you're looking to edit, or add sections on your product page or home page or landing pages, this is a really great place to start. Again, all you need to do is get the free trial, click add the content section, and then you can start building. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see others like it, I make videos on a weekly basis on how to use the Shopify theme customizer. So if you're a freelancer, agency, or someone constantly working on Shopify sites, I highly recommend you subscribe to my channel. And I got videos anywhere from just beginner videos on the theme customizer to really advanced coding tutorials in the theme customizer. Anyways, hope you subscribe and see you guys next time.